Almost 7 years ago. My family cut me out of their lives and kicked me out of the house. I was 22 at the time. Fresh out of college and just beginning to find my footing in life. I didn't have the financial means to live on my own. And the whole situation unraveled so quickly that I hadn't had any time to prepare. Mentally or financially. I was blindsided. Confused. And heartbroken. The reason behind all this was my older sister. Hannah. Hannah, who's 7 years older than me, had never been someone I was particularly close to. There was always a distance between us. Not just because of the age gap, but because we were such different people. She was always the golden child, confident, self-assured, and, for some reason, favored by our parents. I was more the quiet type, trying to navigate my way through life without drawing too much attention. Hannah had married her longtime boyfriend, Pete, when she was 27. They'd been together for 3 years before tying the knot. And for a while, it seemed like everything was perfect. At least, that's what I thought. 3 years into their marriage, though, things fell apart. Hannah announced one day, out of nowhere, that she was filing for divorce because Pete had been cheating on her. I remember the scene vividly. She came home, crying hysterically, throwing accusations around like grenades. It wasn't just Pete who was in her line of fire, it was me too. She claimed that Pete had been cheating on her with one of my friends, Emily. And because I had introduced the two of them, she said I was complicit in her pain. To her, I was as guilty as Pete. I was dumbfounded. I knew Pete. And I knew Emily. Cheating was so out of character for both of them. Emily had been seeing Pete for professional reasons, she was trying to gain weight. And Pete, being a certified dietitian, had agreed to help her. There was nothing more to it. But Hannah wasn't interested in the truth. And neither were my parents. They sided with her instantly. They didn't even ask for Pete's side of the story or give me a chance to explain. Hannah's word was enough. Within days, they'd packed up my belongings and told me to leave. I was kicked out of my own home because I had introduced two people in a professional setting. I wasn't the one who had cheated. But somehow, I was the one being punished. I tried pleading with them. I tried reasoning with them. But it was no use. My parents were firm in their decision. Convinced that I had played a role in destroying Hannah's marriage. They blocked my number. Shut me out completely. And when I showed up at their door a few days later, my mother threatened to call the police if I didn't leave. I was devastated. I had nowhere to go. No family to turn to. For a while, I crashed at a friend's place, struggling to figure out what to do next. It wasn't just about losing a place to live, it was about losing my family. My support system. They'd turned their backs on me in an instant. Over something I hadn't even done. I'd always known Hannah was their favorite. But I never imagined they would go so far as to throw me out of their lives entirely. In those early days, I tried to reach out to Pete to get his side of the story. But he had blocked me too. It didn't make sense. Pete and I had always gotten along. And I couldn't understand why he would suddenly shut me out. The whole situation felt like a puzzle I couldn't solve. And I had no idea where to even start looking for the missing pieces. As a last resort, I reached out to Emily. We weren't particularly close. But I needed to know if what Hannah had said was true. When I asked her about the affair, she was shocked. She denied everything. Told me there had never been anything between her and Pete beyond their professional sessions. She even showed me pictures of her long-term boyfriend. A guy she was planning to marry soon. I believed her. Everything she said made sense. And there was nothing in her demeanor that suggested she was hiding something. But even though I was certain that Emily was telling the truth, I had no proof to take back to my family. They wouldn't believe me over Hannah anyway. So I let it go. I moved on. For the next few years, I focused on rebuilding my life. I found a job, eventually got my own apartment, and tried to push the pain of my family's betrayal to the back of my mind. It wasn't easy. There were nights when I lay awake, thinking about them, wondering if they missed me at all. But as time passed, the hurt dulled, and I started to accept that they were never going to come back into my life. Then, a few weeks ago, everything changed. My fiancée, Liza, had posted a picture of our engagement on Facebook. I wasn't big on social media, but she wanted to share the moment with her friends and family. So I didn't mind. It was a happy occasion. And for the first time in years, I felt like I had something real. Something good. A few days after that post went up, I received an email. The sender's name wasn't familiar, and the subject line was vague. But something about it made me open it anyway. Inside was a bombshell. The email explained everything: Hannah's divorce, the lies she had told, the real reason her marriage had fallen apart. It wasn't Pete who had been unfaithful, it was her. She'd been having an affair with Frank, a guy I knew from back in college who worked at a grocery store near her house. I never would have put the two of them together. But apparently, they'd been sneaking around behind Pete's back for months. The email had proof attached, screenshots of texts between Hannah and Frank. Emails where they discussed meeting up, talked about how they had fallen in love, and even laughed about how easy it was to fool Pete. The kicker? They'd blamed me to cover their tracks. Hannah had told Pete that I was the one who introduced her to Frank and that I'd helped them hide their affair. It was a complete lie. And I finally had the proof to expose it. I sat there, staring at my laptop, the weight of the truth pressing down on me. All these years, I'd been living with the belief that my family had abandoned me over something I didn't do. And now, I had the chance to turn the tables. I knew what I had to do. I reached out to Pete. It wasn't hard to find him. He'd connected with Liza on Facebook years ago after they'd met at a medical seminar. We met for coffee a few days later. And he confirmed everything. He'd learned the truth from Emily, who had run into him a couple of years ago and told him what really happened. He apologized for blocking me. Said he hadn't known what to think at the time, but that now he understood how badly Hannah had manipulated everyone. We hatched a plan. A few days later, Pete and I showed up at my parents' house. It was the first time I'd been back in 7 years. When my mother opened the door, she looked shocked to see me. But before she could say anything, Pete and I walked right in. My father and Hannah were sitting in the living room. And the moment they saw us, the tension in the room spiked. Without wasting any time, we laid everything out: the texts, the emails, the lies Hannah had spun to cover up her own affair. My parents were speechless. Hannah tried to deny it at first, but there was no wriggling out of this one. The evidence was irrefutable. My father exploded. He turned on Hannah, demanding answers. And when she couldn't give him any, he kicked her out of the house. Just like they had done to me all those years ago. It was poetic justice. Watching her stand there, pleading with our parents, just like I had. But this time, there was no sympathy. No second chances. She had dug her own grave. And now she had to lie in it. A few days later, Hannah showed up at my place, begging me to make things right with our parents. I didn't even let her in. I told her that she'd ruined my life once. And now it was her turn to feel the same pain. She called me a monster. Said I was heartless. But I didn't care. She'd made her choice. And now she had to live with the consequences. Since then, my parents have reached out, trying to reconnect. But I've ignored every message. They've lost the right to be part of my life. I don't need them anymore. I have Liza. And I'm building my own family now. The past is behind me. And I'm not looking back. As for Hannah, I hear she's still trying to pick up the pieces of her life. But that's not my problem anymore. She made her bed. And now she can lie in it. Just like she forced me to all those years ago.